Hello there, my VeMMA friends. It's Darren Hardy. Where am I here? On the set of the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous? No, actually, I'm here at BK's Beach House. He lent it to me for a few days while I work on a new book. A new book for you! Well, in fact, all entrepreneurs living today. Hey, that's not the reason why I wanted to make this quick little message for you. I did want to talk to you about a really unique and special opportunity that all of you have that you might not even know how significant it is, which is why I wanted to make this quick little message. Jason Russell, the founder of Invisible Children, will be at your next VeMMA Leadership Academy. Now, Jason is, as I mentioned, the founder of Invisible Children. I've been on their board for over 5 years. And let me just say right up front, you know I get a chance to meet the most extraordinary people on the planet today. It's been an unbelievable privilege, but I want to tell you that one of the most gifted and talented people, one of the people I respect more than anybody else on the planet, is Jason Russell. And the reason is he's created the biggest YPR movement of our lifetime. And I'm talking about a significant movement, okay? And this is all done in nonprofit. In other words, everybody that he mobilized did not have a financial incentive behind their mobilization. What happened was that Jason was one of 3 kids that graduated college from San Diego here, went to Africa on just a college summer trip, and saw the atrocities that were taking place in northern Uganda and how children were being abducted and taken and made to be child soldiers, how communities were being displaced. And they met a boy named Jacob, at the time was just a very young teenager who had seen his whole family murdered and his brother murdered right before his eyes, and was distraught and broken down. And Jason and the other 2 founders made a promise to young Jacob. Imagine this promise, that they were going to stop the longest running war in Africa, that they were going to take down the #1 ICC most wanted warlord in the entire world. These 3 young guys were going to do this. Well, they went back to San Diego. They created a film documentary to tell the story of what was going on with these now invisible children, these children that had been left by the rest of the world to perish on their own. Well, they made this film, and then they mobilized the young millennial generation to get behind telling this story. They got them to get into vans and crisscross the country to show this documentary, to tell the story, to create an awareness. They thought if people of the United States and North America just knew what was going on, they'd rise up and they would stop these atrocities from taking place. Well, that was 7-8 years ago, and they have done the seemingly impossible over and over and over again. They got on every major media. They got on Larry King. They surrounded Oprah's Harpo Studios for days in the rain. All these young people that they mobilized to do this before they got on her show, and they were on her show 2 to 3 times. They even got her to write a check for $2 million because of this, the passion that they had behind this. They wrote a bill that got passed through the Congress and Senate during the entire financial crisis, when this was an issue that had been tabled by the United States as well as every other major government for years, and it had gotten no attention. They mobilized the awareness and the attention and put pressure on the United States government to where they were sitting in the Oval Office with the President of the United States as he signed a bill that they had written and got through the Senate and Congress. So this is a true universe denter, is what I'm talking to you about. And he's going to show up at your event. Now, let me tell you why that's so incredible. Because brands like Nike, The Gap, and Coke have tried to hire Jason to come and speak to their organizations to try to decode how he's created this unbelievable movement amongst this young generation, because no other major brand has been able to mobilize young people like Jason and Invisible Children have. He will not speak for those organizations. He only speaks for organizations that he has a true heart and true passion for. Well, as a favor to me, I asked him to take a look at VeMMA and to meet with BK and Mark and Meredith and our organization. And as a result of my asking for a favor and then my explaining that VeMMA and what you're doing with the Verve Leadership movement is an important and meaningful enough movement for him to lend his time and attention to. And so he said yes, and it's a big, big deal. And Jason's one of the greatest storytellers, and he's going to teach you how to tell your story, how to create a real movement, a movement where people really care. I mean, not just because there's some financial incentive and everybody can go get, rock star watches and fancy cars. No, a movement for meaning. And Jason will show you how to do and how to create that. And he's going to be showing it up at your event. So I really, really, really want to encourage you to be there. It's a special opportunity. I'm going to be there, of course. So I hope you're going to be there as well. So thank you. And I'm going to go back to book writing. And thank you, BK, once again for the use of your phenomenal pad here as an inspiring environment so that I can write a really great book that can also make a difference to all of you at VeMMA. Thank you all. Bye-bye for now.